expert economist comment from Mr. Kapoor. I want to go back to Sheetal Singh. Mr. Sheetal Singh, the point that Deshratan Nigam is making is something which some other political observers have also made, which is that there is a clique working in the Supreme Court, which almost hijacks every issue. From Pegasus to Rafale to, in this case, Adani Hindenburg, same set of people, same set of petitioners, and there seems to be common linkages. It's not just about George Soros and OCCRP, which, by the way, the Supreme Court verdict pans today. It's about other set of people who are sort of trying to use legal process and hijack these issues and try to give them political spin. Mr. Singh, I think you have muted your audio. Can you unmute yourself?
Sorry, Samil. I was saying that even when BJP was in opposition, we know that most of the issues of those kind of issues which were of national relevance and which were opposing the dispensation then were raised by Mr. Jaitley and some good lawyers of our country which were associated with BJP or like that. So because Congress is in opposition and whosoever opposition parties, lawyers and others, you will find them in many of the cases where government is challenged. It's natural. I don't think it's I don't take it as a conspiracy or anything like that. It is their job to raise the questions of national relevance and wherein allegations of such nature as they are there, like siphoning of several hundred thousands of crores
the Supreme
of Indian
Court
money
is actually suggesting, right?
Many
the Supreme Court is actually suggesting that there seems to be an element of violation of law. The Supreme Court is suggesting that. They are saying that not just SEBI, but even investigative agencies should look at the Hindenburg report from the prism of the possibility of violation of Indian law. Deshratan Nigam?
Yes, absolutely. And there is a clear signal to the government that please take some action, deeply investigate it and unearth whatever the violations of the law are there. Because fraud has also been committed by manipulating the market, then short selling and making profit out of it also. Therefore, there is a clear indication and direction to the government of India by Supreme Court. Please take action on Hindenburg.
Absolutely. And Mr. Yogesh Kapoor, you see, the Congress defense, even now, is about their fight against crony capitalism. Of course, Jairam Ramesh forgets the pictures of Revant Reddy and of Pinarayi Vijayan and of their own leader of opposition at the Vizian Jamport and the Congress party giving credit to their own leader at that time for getting the Vizian Jamport. But Mr. Yogesh Kapoor, is it really about crony capitalism? Is Adani's story not about India's overall march to progress? It's not just about one corporate group. It's about India's march to progress and some forces not liking it. And that's why these kind of stories off and on and targeting one group purely because the group happens to be from the home state of the Prime Minister, nothing else.
Right. First thing I would like to say about the Adani Group is that let's look at the fundamentals of this group that they are into. They are into ports, airports, mining business. Now, these are businesses which require strong fundamentals and which are based on your strong financials and the ability to, work in a manner that it can be seen very well by your financials. Now, the Hindenburg report had basically alleged two major issues, which is the stock market manipulation as well as the accounting fraud by the Adani Group. Now, once the Supreme Court has now clearly stated that this matter doesn't require any further investigation and that the findings of SEBI are competent and reliable enough, I think this issue is put to rest. Now, what I would certainly like is that this manner of putting up false narratives and then trying to build up on that should be clearly be seen not only by the courts but by the government also, that what kind of actions can be taken against those who put up false narratives to project the credibility of the wealth creators of this country in bad light, and henceforth the other aspects which is related to the foreign investment into our country, they directly get affected because of these, as well as the credibility of the institutions as well. So my point is that it's very important that the Supreme Court has already stated that the action needs to be taken by SEBI and government in Hindenburg, in case they are found to be in violation of the rules as such of short selling. So the point is that I think it's very important that this should come to a logical end in terms of civil and criminal liabilities being put against them.